Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We are live in Beaver Creek. It is the home of Beaver Creek's Winter Culinary Weekend. And joining me now, all the way from Oregon, is the winemaker Mark Vlossak, and he is with St. Innocent. I love the name. How are you?
I'm excellent, thank you. What a beautiful day.
It is so beautiful out here. It's starting to warm up. We were a little chilly earlier, but now things are nice and warm. Now, Mark, welcome to Colorado. Did you do any skiing yesterday?
I did, and it was spectacular.
It was? Any carnage? We always want to talk about, like, did you wipe out?
Well, I did once in a mogul field. I kind of caught a little heavy snow and kind of went down, but I was up and back at it.
Right, and plus that's what we all talk about. So you have to kind of wipe out so you can do some storytelling later.
You can't be perfect, right?
No, you can't. And last night, so you skied yesterday, Lucky Dog, and then you went to Splendido last night for one of the fine dinners. How was it?
Spectacular.
It was.
I mean, Stephanie Hazard from Girl and the Goat in Chicago, the top chef winner, you know, Food and Wine best chef. I mean, just an amazing talent, cooked this absolutely spectacular dinner, and I got to provide all the wines for it.
You did? Okay, so what was your favorite dish last night and your favorite wine pairing?
Well, there was probably two. One was the main course, which she had gotten some goat loin and done it, sliced it very thinly, and had all these beautiful flavors and textures all over the plate. It was spectacular. Little sun-choked chip, and I was in heaven.
Yeah.
And I poured my estate Pinot Noir, so kind of my proudest wine.
Well, you're from Oregon, and isn't Pinot Noir known for Oregon, and they're both known for each other, or they kind of relate to each other?
Well, they're in love.
Yeah, they're in love.
They're in love.
I'm
yeah,
in love with Pinot Noir, too.
Oh, well, excellent. So, yeah, it turns out to be one of the few places in the world where you can really grow Pinot Noir in a beautiful way and get it ripe without it getting overripe and not losing its acidity. And that sort of balance of nuanced flavors, fruit, and a little fresh acidity behind it is what makes it so good with food.
Okay.
So that's why it was so great to pair with Stephanie, who creates such lovely flavors and textures. The wine could, all the little facets of the wine could show well.
Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. Okay, so when we're looking for a Pinot Noir, we should look for one from Oregon.
Absolutely.
Tonight,
Willamette Valley.
Okay, tonight you're going to be at the Grand Tasting. What are you going to be pouring there?
So I'm going to pour some Chardonnay, which is a very kind of unusual. I call it the anything but Chardonnay. It's made from a vineyard that's very old and very old soil, and it creates kind of a Chablis-like flavor profile that you don't see very commonly, but this site captures that. I'll be pouring a couple Pinot Noirs, and then I have a very unusual sparkling wine that I'll be pouring. It's called the 2006 Blanc de Blanc Reserve. And it was made a long time ago. It was 9 years on the yeast, so it's very nutty, very textured, very dry, kind of the thing you'd have with, well, I love it with bacon and eggs.
Oh.
I think champagne and bacon and eggs works really well.
Sounds
and so we'll have a little bit of that to play with tonight. And my lovely wife will be there, Vicki Ann, with me and pouring. She's way more charming than I am. So,
you're pretty charming. I bet you guys are a good duo. It seems fun to be working with your wife. Are all these wines that you're pouring from your winery?
They are all from my winery.
Oh, wow. So you really do a lot of different wines.
I do. I make about 12 wines a year. Most of them are Pinot, about 7 different Pinot Noirs from different individual vineyards, all have their own little personality of the vineyard. And then I make the Chardonnay. I make a Pinot Blanc, which a lot of people were in love with last night. It's a very unusual grape. It's actually a mutation of Pinot Noir. It's where it goes from a black grape, and it mutates right out in the vineyard occasionally, and it turns white.
What do your vineyards look like right now?
Well, it's very wet.
Okay.
It's very wet and very soggy, and the guys are out pruning with their rain suits covering them from head to toe and working from morning till night, pruning the vines, getting them ready for the spring growth, which will start about April.
Okay, so right now it's wet, and is that good for Pinot Noir growth and for Chardonnay growth?
Well, what happens in Oregon is that everyone thinks that it rains all the time.
Right.
And it does rain all the time in the winter, which is one of the reasons I'm here enjoying the sun. But in the summer, it rains almost not at all. So the moisture is actually important to get the ground saturated. So when the growing season starts and the rain goes away, that the vines have moisture all the way through until we harvest them.
All right, so they're getting ready. They're getting their roots grown.
That's exactly right.
Okay, so it sounds really fun. I can't wait to taste that Chardonnay tonight, and of course, some of the Pinots that you're going to be serving up from Oregon, which is really where you want to buy your Pinot. So, Mark, thanks for coming in today. You can check out Mark and his wife. They're with St. Innocent Winery. They will be at the Grand Tasting tonight. Tickets are still available. Are you skiing today?
I will be going out right now.
Oh, yes. Lucky dog again. Okay, so get out there on the slopes and then head to the grand tasting tonight at 7 o'clock. Mark, thanks for getting up with us this morning.
Tracy, thank you.
You're
very
watching
much.
Good Morning Vail. The sun is shining. Is it going to stick around, or is that snow really coming? Mark Sassy's going to let you know.